Chaturmasyam is a time for prayer. It is also a time when scholars gather under the auspices of the Sri Kanchikamakoti Peetham to conduct debates and settle various differences based on their understanding or traditions from the Shastra. Typically, Jagadguru Pujya Sri Shankara Vijayendra Saraswati Shankaracharya Swami presides over the beginning of these events, listens to certain discussions, and awards blessings at the end of the function. One such extremely important event is the Panchanga Sadas. The makers of the various Panchangas all over the country come together for this event. They compare their mathematical calculations and discuss the appropriate dates for various functions. They try to bring a consensus between the various Panchangas so there's uniformity all over Bharata. In this particular occasion, for the coming year 2022-2023, there appears to be a very unusual situation that has caused a lot of discussion. The problem was presented to Acharya.
ఒక దినాన్ని ఐదుగా విభాగం ప్రాతకాలం
భాగానికి సంఘం మూడో భాగానికి నాలుగో భాగానికి అపరాహ్నం పేరు, ఐదో భాగానికి సాయంకాలం ఈ భేదమే నేరుగా చెప్పినప్పుడు అక్కడ ఈ విషయంలో మాత్రం మధ్యాహ్న మధ్యాహ్నములు చతుర్థి ఎప్పుడు ఉంటుందో ఆ రోజు చేయాలి.
Technical details are presented to Acharya, who himself is proficient in mathematics. Acharya also has a wide-based knowledge in several other subjects like Jyotisha, so he comprehends technical details that are presented to him and also asks if certain solutions are possible.
సంపూర్ణ వ్యాప్తి రోజు చేయాలా, కలిసిన చతుర్థులు చేయాలా అని విచారం చేయాలి. తర్వాత అన్యతను పరదినే పూర్ణ వ్యాపిస్తున్నాడు ఆ గణితంలో. ఈ గణితం ఏదో ఒకటే ఉన్నాడు.
అప్పుడు మీరు అప్పుడు శాస్త్రం మార్చుకోవాలి.
శాస్త్రం మార్చుకోవాలంటే గణితం మార్చుకోవాలండి అని చెప్పింది. శాస్త్రంలో కరెక్ట్ కదా, శాస్త్రంలో భేదం లేదు. సంపూర్ణ వ్యాప్తి ఎక్కడ ఏ రోజు ఉందో అదే చేయాలి.
తృతీయ కాకపోయినా
అంటే సమవ్యాప్తి ఇది అస్తి చేత్ తనకి మాతృవిధ తృతీయ విధ సమీచీన.
Participants speak in Telugu, Hindi, Marathi, Tamil, Sanskritam, and some other languages. Somehow, they all manage to understand each other, present their case before Acharya, and also come to some sort of an understanding or consensus regarding what is to be done when there is a difference of opinion. All this is done with not only heated debate, but extremely respectfully. During the Panchanga Sadas, the Panchanga makers from various traditions across the country compare their mathematical calculations and their observations. They have certain differences that they have to resolve, and they make notes and points of discussion so that their calendar is aligned not only with Shastra and their tradition, but with those of others from all over the country. Panchanga makers also came from Malaysia and Sri Lanka.
17th April, Iduvaram, Krishna Dwadashi, 24:40, 24 gadi, 40 gadi, Shadadidi Dwadashi, Soma Pradosham.
For the particular issue that the following year faces, very senior scholars came before Acharya and explained their perspective on the problem.
అక్కడ ఈ షష్ఠికి సప్తమికి సంబంధం ఉన్నది. అలా వచనం ఏమిటో ఉంది. కుమార్ షష్ఠికి మాత్రం పంచమ్యా వేదం రావాలి.
పంచమితో కలిసి ఉందా షష్ఠి? ఉంది.
అలా అక్కడ ఏం విచారం 20 గడికి పంచమి ఉన్నది.
రెండో రోజు 20 గడికే షష్ఠి ఉంటుంది. పంచమి ఆవేదన ముందో రోజు, సప్తమి వేదంలో రెండో రోజు. రెండో రోజున పంచమి వేదన రాలేదు.
అప్పుడు ముందు రోజే చేయాలి.
అదే
Acharya then invited Sri Ramana Dikshitar to present the issue in English.
Old methods of calculation which we have been having for over centuries. So many hundreds of years ago, our ancient people, starting from Surya Siddhanta, then Aryabhata, then Bhaskara, in their times, whatever was the positions and the speeds of the planets, based on that, they have given formulae for calculation of the positions of the planet. That is, they have made some observations. So based on that, they will determine that Surya is traveling at such and such a speed and through such and such a path of the sky. So, see, when we want to fix a particular program on a particular day, we need to know beforehand, many months beforehand, we need to know what will be the tithi, what will be the nakshatra and everything. So for that purpose only we are setting up the calculations at all. So for doing that, in those days, whatever observations they have made, any person, whoever is writing a calculation, they have to first make observations, they have to first determine the paths of the planets, the orbits of the planets, and based on that they have to give the calculation. So what happened is, originally at the times of Surya Siddhanta, they have made some observation and they have given calculations. Later on, if we examine the granthas which are available, later on during the period of Aryabhata, they have again made Aryabhata has again made observations. He has given updated calculations. Again after that, when Bhaskara time came, he has again made observations. He has given updated calculations. So from this itself, it is obvious that if whatever when the time is passing, because the old calculations become invalid. Because the speeds and the orbits of the planets are not fixed. They keep changing slowly over time. So when 100 years pass, 200 years pass, by the time the old calculations become slowly, they become more and more inaccurate. So because of that, that is why at every few centuries once, the old scholars, they have updated all those calculations. So even now, there is a necessity for updating the calculation. The old methods are fine. The general principles with Kakinada or Pura Siddhanta is as it called in Andhra Pradesh. Pura Siddhantam, the general methodology is fine. There is no problem in the methodology. But the thing is, the tables on which they are applying the methodology, those tables need to be updated. So when these tables are updated with the same methodology, the same Pura Siddhantam, same Kakinada, but then with the updated tables, if we do the calculations, then it will be very close to what we are observing. So as of today, what is happening is that some people are still following the old tables, and they are called Pura Siddhanta Ganitakaras or Vakya Ganitakaras. And other people, either they have updated tables or they are following exactly whatever the modern calculations are there. Algorithms are published on the internet and freely available on the internet for the modern calculations as per modern science. So some Triganitakaras, they do their own updated tables, or some other Triganitakaras, they are using the modern formulas itself. So because of this, what is happening is that, as I think that is what has been discussed now, Ganesh Chaturthi, the Chaturthi Vyapti, Tritiya Vyapti and Chaturthi Vyapti is getting differing from the first day and the second day. So right now, what we are able to do in this particular Sadas, there is a need for a Sadas overall Sadas to bring all the Ganitas together. But as far as this Panchanga Sadas is concerned, what we are doing is that those Panchanga Kartas who are following Dirganitam, this is the name as per your Vyapti, whatever you are saying. And those Panchanga Kartas who are following Vakyaganitam, this is the name. And it so happens that unfortunately, the Ganesh Chaturthi as per Vakyaganitam is in the previous day and as per Dirganitam is on the next day. If it would be good if all over everybody is following Ganesh Chaturthi on the same day, rather than following different places. See, some festivals, it is not unavoidable because of the difference in Suryodayam. See, we have Panchanga Kartas from Maharashtra also. We have Panchanga Kartas from Rajahmundry also and Kakinada also. Because of the difference in Suryodayam, some festivals will definitely change. That is not avoidable. That is as per Shastram only. But even in the same location, as per Triganitam versus Vakyaganitam, because of the Vyapti differences, they say one person says Ganesh Chaturthi is on the first day and another person says it's on the second day, then it's something that's not very satisfying. We need to prepare a set of tables which are updated, and actually in previous years, the Vakya Panchanga Kartas, at least of Tamil Nadu, they have told us, if you advise us on how to update our tables, we are ready to update. Like that they have said. So for that, a lot of mathematical work needs to be done. Slowly we are making efforts to do all those calculations and give them updated minutes.
Do subscribe to our channels, hit the like button, and get notified when new videos come up.